Hello everyone, welcome to another race at the Delta T Racing Division 2 series. Only 11 drivers on the grid today, so a big chance of points for all the drivers in racing today. Currently we have a very tight championship battle on the driver championships, with Petter Vol currently leading with 2 points ahead of Spectre and 6 points ahead of Ticket. Donkey Down following right behind him, only 20 points away, so he needs to get another win today to make a chance for the championship series. Currently a few drivers diving out on the soft tire compound, and we have 2 drivers choosing the medium tire, so it's going to be very close today. Blackmaster has been joined us again on the grid, so is It's Only KG as a reserve. Tankade had a really good result in Division 1 yesterday, grabbing up a podium, so I'm expecting a lot from the Williams driver. In the Constructor Championship standings, we have the Alpine leading the current Constructor Chips standings, ahead of Williams with 14 points, so it's going to be tight as well. A good team has Williams and so does Alpine, so we have 2 big battles ongoing, heading into the almost the last round of this season. Currently going out on their hot laps is one. On the banker laps is Donkey Down, going to be the first one on the soft tire compound to set his first lap. So we're going to stay on board with the Williams driver. He won the last race, his first race win of the season, after picking up 4 podiums before that. He showed us why he has got some true pace on this in this season. He deserved it to get the win. Let's stay on board with Donkey Down, starting his hot lap right now. Russia is a really tough circuit to keep it within the track limits, so we will see how that pay out for the drivers for not invalidating. Looking like a dry session. Not sure how it will be in the race conditions, but it's going to be a very enjoyable race. We only have 11 drivers, but we have a lot of championship fights ongoing. Donkey Down really taking it cautious, really taking some good lines on the circuit, running a little bit wide there, but no invalidation for him. This is a very fast corner, but also really easy. The curbs are really slippery on this track, so no room for some mistakes, especially when the championship. Oh, that's a little bit too much curb for Donkey, but no invalidation for him. He's heading into sector 3 now, at 146 in sector 2, so not bad actually. Let's see which time can he put us into. He's going to be the first one to cross the line with a runs a little wide and gets an invalidation. Very unfortunate for him. And one of the Aston Martins, I think it's Ticket, right behind, so he will be the first one to cross the line in 151 in sector 2, so 3/10 away from the time of Donkey Down. And Ticket goes fastest with a 131.5. Currently the fastest lap on track at the moment. Of course, he's the first one to set a lap, so now it's going to be It's Only KG in the Haas, reserving today with a 132 flat, 5/10 away from the time off. And Tankade goes quickest with a 131.1. And Petter on the medium tire, only 80 thousandths away. So that's a very good lap from the current championship leader. And Famrod didn't finish his lap, and Cassell a 134.6, but he invalidated, so I think he's going to start another lap. And yes, he will. So let's stay on board. Donkey Down going to start another lap, I think. No, I don't think so. 146. Yes, maybe he is. Let's see. 146 is 5 tenths quicker than Ticket was in sector 2, so he might go for another lap. Yes, he's going to finish this one. He's heading into the last corner. What can he do? Donkey down into the 139, the first driver to be in the 130s. So currently a 1-2 lockout for the Williams team. So that will be a very good result as it stands for the Williams. Really in that championship battle with Alpine for the constructors. So. But we all know that Patavol is on the medium tire right behind them. And Cassell has invalidated his lap and he will be diving into the pits. So no lap for him. And so is the Mercedes driver, one of the reserves today. Thank you for joining us, Haas. Good to have you here, but only 2.5 seconds away from the current provisional pole sitter Donkey. And I'm not sure, I didn't race yesterday, so what will the qualifying, the strategies will be in the race, I don't know. I think the medium soft strategy will be the quickest, but I'm not sure. I think the top 10 will definitely start on some soft compound tire. And Van Roppray, another Alpine, had some good results throughout the season. I think he grabbed up a podium at Bahrain. So Van Roppray has some raw pace as well. Really curious what he can do. Currently running a medium strategy for him, and he's going to wait for a good lap, so let's stay on board with Van Roppray. He's going to start his hot lap on the medium tire, picking up the DRS right now and heading into turn 2. Really hard to get that braking point right to get a good exit out of turn 3. And heading into turn 5 right now, and took a little bit curb, a bit too much if you may ask me, but a 33.4 in sector 1, so I think that's a few tenths away from the top drivers at the moment. And Van Roppray really attacking those curbs, really struggling on the traction, but no invalidation for him so far. What can he do in sector 2? And 1.53, so that's not a good lap time for him so far, so he needs to nail it in the last sector. And he will probably be aiming for a good qualifying time on the medium tire. Van Roppray now heading into the last corners. What can he do on those medium tires? Crossing the line right now, 131.7, and that puts him in P5 for now, only 8 tenths away from the top, so it's going to be very close for him. Ticket is out of the session, he's in the wall. One of the championship contenders is in the wall. Very unfortunate for Ticket. Currently sitting in P4, not really happy about his lap so far. And Tankate is probably the next one to cross the line. No, it's going to be Nexton. Nexton with a 132.6. So that's not a lap that's very competitive at the moment. So we're going to stay on board with Tankate, heading into the chicane. And he is going to be attacking. I'm not sure if he's up in his usual time. He did a good result and he gets that provisional pole spot on 130.7. So it's getting closer to a mid 130. So a good lap from Tankate. Really proved that he can be quick around Russia, taking that. He took P3 yesterday in the Division 1 race, so really looking forward to see him racing today, as he is standing on provisional pole at the moment. And Donkey Petrovol has pitted. Donkey a little bit of a moment out of that corner, but he kept it straight and is now heading to the end of sector 2. He is currently 2/10 up and is good for that provisional pole spot if he nails the last sector. Let's see, Donkey down, the other Williams driver. Both are currently 5/10 away from the top of the field, from the rest of the field. And Donkey is heading into the last corner, really attacking that corner, and a 136, 3/10 up, and 1.5 away from his teammate. So good lap from him. Spectre currently in P4, into also one of the championship contenders. So currently no one on a flying lap at the moment, with 6 minutes remaining into qualifying. And Spectre is running low on fuel, so he will make another pit stop. So I think everyone is preparing themselves for their last laps into qualifying. Only 2 drivers haven't set a valid lap yet. And what would you do with a small amount of drivers on the grid? Will you go for a strategic call to start on the medium tire? Of course you will lose a little bit of pace at the start, but how's the tire degradation? I think after a few laps the medium tire will definitely work. And Donkey is diving into the pits as well, and it's only KG just started his flying lap. Will he have some extra fuel for another lap if he is not going to be able to improve his lap? We will find out, and let's stay on board with the Haas driver. He had a moment in Bahrain when he rejoined the track unsafely. So that was an unfortunate moment for him. And he's currently almost 1/10 up on his usual time. He needs to have a good last sector. He's still 1.4 seconds away, so he needs to make up 2 or 3 tenths in the last sector to gain a spot on the grid. But it's looking good for It's Only KG at the moment, looking to get 3 tenths up. And still not enough. He's only... Oh, what are you doing? Are you... There was not really a place where you could lose the car, but your front wing is definitely damaged. And he lost his entire front wing. So that's unfortunate for It's Only KG. Not sure if he did that by mistake or on purpose. And Haas is Cassell is going for his flying lap on the medium, so Cassell is definitely aiming for a starting position on those medium tires. We will find out how that will pay out for him. Oh, a little bit of overstay out of that corner, but he kept it straight, and he is definitely not going to sit back and just relax. Cassell's on a charge. He wants to get into that top 10 qualifying on those medium tires. Picking up a little slipstream from Spectre. And there's a driver in front of him. It's only KG. Get out of the way! And Cassell was a little bit distracted by It's Only KG. And locks up a little bit on the left front. And Cassell is going to finish his lap on... Oh, runs wide and gets an invalidation into the last corner. Oh, Cassell. That was the last corner. And Spectre is going to pick up a slipstream from Cassell. Spectre, one of the title contenders in the AlphaTauri. So we're going to stay on board with him on his last lap in qualifying. And with knowing the AlphaTauri team is currently... Oh, Spectre is in the wall. Hopefully he didn't pick up... He didn't touch Pettervol to give him some damage. Oh, that's very unfortunate for Spectre, one of the title contenders. But we all know that Spectre is really good in his race pace. And Haas is currently not improving on his time. Let's see, he's currently 1.5 seconds away from the top of the field, but he is improving by only a small margin. Currently sitting in P8. Nexton has retired on track. I'm not sure if that's allowed, but you should not retire on the track. And let's follow one of the Williams drivers. It's going to be Tankade. Tankade will be the next one to cross the line. So let's stay on board if he is improving. Tankade did manage to get 0 pole position, so it will be his first one of the season if he gets it. Oh, runs a little wide, going very deep into that corner. No invalidation for him, so hopefully he did make up some time to get him a good last lap. Tankade going to cross the line with a 1:37 and 3,000 slower than his usual time. Petter is currently 1.5 tend up into sector 1. Oh, runs wide, no invalidation for him, so he did go off throttle at the right moment. And Donkey is currently losing it as well, so Donkey's not improving. So it's all eyes on Pettervol, current championship leader. What can he do in sector 2? 4.5 tenths up, a purple sector 2. He needs to gain like 2 tenths in sector 3 to grab him that pole position spot with his current championship rivals ticket into P5, Spectre into P4, and Donkey currently on pole position. Pettervol needs to have that pole position. Oh, what's happening? What happened to Petter? Did he run out of fuel? Petter is starting in P3 to probably have a good start and grab that slipstream from Tankade and Donkey Dan. But Donkey Dan is on pole position, so this will be his 6th pole position. No, 5th pole position of the season. So this was our qualifying session of today with both Williams drivers on the front row. Pat de Vol on the medium tire starting in P3. That's why he didn't finish his lap on the soft. Spectre in P4 accidentally crashed out. Ticket in P5, Famrod in P6. It's only KG in 7, Haas in 8, Nexton in 9, Blackmaster in 10, and Cassell didn't set a time. And the same goes for Blackmaster. So we're definitely aiming for a good race, a very solid race between, and we have some championship battles ongoing. So looking very forward to it, and hopefully you do as well. And I'm not sure how many people are watching at the moment, but what are your predictions for today's race? I think Pat de Vol has a great opportunity going for the alternate strategy compared to the Williams drivers. The only driver within the top 3 starting on the mediums. So I think he has a very good chance, unless there are safety cars at the start of this race. But with 11 drivers, you don't want to crash out. Because the points are very easy to get this race with a low amount of drivers on the grid. So with 1 second remaining, we are almost heading into race 13 of the season. It will be almost the last race. Next week we have our last race of the season, and after that we will be preparing for season 3. So currently 4 drivers in the championship battle. Donkey Dan currently on pole. He needs to grab some good points today to close up the gap to Pat de Vol and his rivals in front of him. He's 20 points behind Pata. So Donkey Dan is really going to push himself to the limits today. If he wants to make a chance to be in the championship battle, he needs to finish first, and his main rivals needs to finish right behind him. And Tankade will definitely be helping Donkey, but he needs to get rid of Pata, who's on the mediums. Let's have a look at the tire situations. Pata on the mediums, Famrod as well. So both Alpines going for the alternate strat. And Blackmaster outside the top 10 has been starting on the soft, so he will be definitely going for it on the start of this race. And Cassell decided to start on the mediums as well. So heading into sector 3, all the drivers are preparing themselves for a thrilling race. 27 laps of the Russian Grand Prix. Donkey Dan really getting the right temperature on the tires, and so is Pata, of course, on those mediums. A bit harder to get them up to temperature. So everyone is lining themselves up for the 13th race of this season at Russia. Only 11 drivers on the grid, so a lot of chance to get points. So let's stay on board with Donkey Dan for heading into the 5 red lights are out now, and away we go. We have a good start from Donkey Dan, a good start from Pat as well on the mediums, and Tankade, his teammate, is picking up the slipstream of his teammate as well. So and there's a really big crash at the back with Nexton already out, and we only have 10 drivers left. And it's only KG has been DNF'd as well, so we only have 9 drivers on the grid. Donkey still in the lead, ahead of Tankade. Pat de Vol on the medium, still right behind. No safety car just yet. and Petterfall on the mediums really staying close behind. Ticket already into P4, so he made up 1 place, and Spectre has fall back a little, so he probably have some damage on. No visual damage, but he is slowing. And a battle between Blapmaster and Marsh. Blapmaster going for the switchback move, and he gets the move done. And now Huss has the slipstream to get closer, but really burning his ERS already on 60% of ERS. And Blap running a little wide, and Huss right behind, currently P7. So everyone who finish this race will grab points. So very important for all the drivers to keep themselves ready. But look at Ticket, he is really closing up to Petter and going onto the main straight, having a good exit. Now he needs to close up using his ERS deployment to get closer to Petter. Look at Ticket, braking late, trying to have a good exit, and he's not going to have a good exit as it stands. So Petterfall still managed to keep himself into P3 on those mediums, so he's definitely showing some good pace on those tires. And right behind we have Famrod Pride, a teammate of Petterfall, also very good on the tires on those mediums, sticking with Ticket. Oh, Ticket has a big moment, but no going off track for him. And now Tenkate is losing a small amount of time to his teammate Donkey, but I think Donkey wants to really get him into the DRS range. And Petter losing some time to the soft runners as well, out of the DRS, now into the DRS, so he has a good sector 3 pace. And Ticket still within 5/10, so a little bit of DRS train ongoing, and the DRS has been enabled, so this will allow Tenkate to get a little closer to his teammate. And Donkey Down sets the fastest lap as well, so really showing some good pace. And Blapmaster and Famrod having a battle. Blapmaster had a moment trying to get the overtake on Famrod, but he didn't take too many risks there. And Blap has a good exit and really putting the pressure on the medium runner Famrod. So the soft tires are definitely quicker in this stage of the race, but we all know Petter is just so quick. He is showing that why he's a championship leader, sticking with the front runners who are currently on a quicker tire. So very good from Petter. And Spectre is 5.6 seconds away, and look at Plap. He's really showing himself to get an overtaking opportunity on Famrod. He is lining himself up. So we're going to stick with Blapmaster, who is taking different lines compared to Famrod. Oh, a little moment going out of that corner, which will not help him to on his tire temperature. And he is now 5/10 away, but he is in the slipstream, picks up the DRS, using his ERS. He has some overtaking opportunity on the inside now, going side by side into turn 2, sorry, and gets the move done. So a good calculation move by Plap. Of course, the DRS is really strong around this track. And going back to the top 4, all within the DRS range. No penalties have been taken just yet. And Ticket is closing in to Patter 4/10, but we all know that Patter has DRS as well, so it will be very hard to pass him. And Tankade is sticking with Donkey. And I think it's just a little bit of team play ongoing. And look at that three-way battle. Blabmaster gets a little touch on the outside of his car. And this will allow Cassell to make up 2 places. A very good move from Cassell. Cassell moves up to P5. So his team will be very happy about that overtake. 2 overtakes actually. So Cassell moves up to P5. Having a good amount of ERS left. And Blabmaster and Famrod are right behind him. And Famrod going to have a look on the outside now of Blabmaster, going side by side into turn 2. A little bit of a moment again for Blab. But Famrod gets moved on and moves up to P6. So the medium runners will definitely be happy to pick up the pace now after 4 laps already. Blabmaster really struggling on those soft tires. Will his tire temperature be an issue for him? He's really struggling to keep up with the medium runners. Runs wide again, definitely picked up a warning for that. Look at Patterful really picking up some pace compared to Tankade. Tankade already low on ERS. So Tankade is pushing and pushing to keep up with his teammate. And his teammate is just not slowing down. He wants to close up the championship by finishing ahead of Patter. And Patter will definitely have a chance on the main straight if he can manage to keep himself within the distance of 4/5 tenths. And runs wide. Tankade runs a little wide, so this will be an opportunity for Patterful to make a move for P2, and he goes for it on the outside now. Gets pushed a little wide, but Patterful makes the move, and Ticket goes on the inside as well. And Ticket gets the move done on Tankade, so Tankade losing 2 positions to Patterful and Ticket. And Ticket is already under pressure of Tankade again. And no inside move from Tankade, so the top 4 is still really close. A small gap to Cassell of 6 seconds. Not small actually, that's a pretty big gap to P5. So the top 4 will give us an amazing show today if it stands like this. No big mistakes have been made. I think Tankade should be saving up some ERS right behind, because he's really low. Patterful is really closing up to Donkey, who is currently on the softs. And Patter is almost within the DRS range, and he is within the DRS range. So Patter is picking up some pace on those medium tires. Those medium tires definitely working after 5 laps. He runs wide a little bit. But I think Patterful will have a go on Donkey in the upcoming laps. He picked up DRS, so this will be an opportunity for him to get closer. And Donkey will definitely fight for it. So we're going to have a look on this battle with Haas and Blabmaster switching positions. So Blabmaster definitely struggling on those tires, as predicted before, and has not a good exit, so he will stay right behind him. So let's move back to the top 3 with Ticket also in the DRS range of Patterful, and Tankade in the DRS of Ticket. Tankade picked up a 3-second time penalty. so this will not help him at the end of this race. And no safety cars just yet. Pettervol really closing into Donkey within 5/10 now. So into this sector he has some amazing traction. Look at that, gaining a tenth out of that corner. And currently 37% left, and Donkey has 30% left as well. So if Petter gets a good exit, and he is now within 5/10. So will this be an opportunity for an overtake for Petter? Petter doesn't need to take too many risks because Donkey is going to pit earlier than Petter. But Petter definitely closing in, probably just trying to save up some ERS. And look at Haas and Plap, they are having a battle for a position on track for P7. So a good battle between these two. And Spectre has closed up the gap to them. He was 5.5 seconds away and now is 1.8, so he closed up the gap in a few laps. So that's good pace from Spectre after that early spin. One of the championship contenders as well, so he needs to make up some time. And we're going to switch back to Pettervol, who is in 4/10 of his rival Donkey. And Ticket is really close behind as well, and Tankade is losing some time. So Tankade is not able to follow on the pace. I've expected a little more from him, and Tankade is in the pits. Ticket runs a little wide, and Donkey's now really trying to push himself. And I think Donkey will be pitting this lap. If you can see that red marker, I think that is the symbol to go into the pits this lap, and Ticket is trying to extend it for another lap. I think Petter definitely will have an advantage on the tire after this lap. So look at him, he's really closing in. So this will be a very good opportunity for Petter to take him on track. But which tire is Donkey Dan going to choose? And Petter not wasting any ERS, just staying close behind with Donkey. So a very good racecraft from Pettervol, saving up some ERS to make a move when you're close enough. And Donkey and Ticket are both going into the pits, and that will give Pettervol the lead of this Grand Prix into lap 10. Going into the lead, started on the medium tires, using his ERS a little bit. And Famrod, Pry and Cassell are having a battle with Famrod at the back of Cassell, picking up some ERS and DRS, not using any ERS at the moment. So will he be close enough for an overtake? Not close enough. Famrod is in the Constructor Championship battle, so he wants to get past as quick as possible. And the only driver who have picked up a penalty is Tankade at the moment. And Plap and Hus are pitting as well for some fresh medium tires. Will they go till the end on these tires? I'm not sure if they will make it. And let's head back to Tankade, who has pitted 1 lap earlier than Ticket. He is closing in to Ticket a little moment. Ticket has no DRS on Donkey, so this will be an opportunity for Tankade to close in. And he is closing in actually. So Tankade definitely on a charge again. And Tankade having a good exit within 4/10 now of Ticket. And Donkey definitely wants that his teammates gets to finish in front of Ticket and Spectre to get himself closer in the championship battle. But Ticket is not close enough, and Platmaster gets paused. Spectre going for the overcut, and Spectre and Haas are really close. Haas on the outside, Spectre brakes really late and gets off track, so Haas will be on the outside having better traction out of that corner and gets the move done. Spectre's tires are not on the right temperature, so he will probably be able to get past in the first couple of laps, maybe even this lap, with his raw pace. And currently Haas is losing 2 seconds to Platmaster after that pit stop. So let's have a look at position changes at the moment. Cassell winning 9 positions, Petterful winning 2, Femoral Pride winning 3, both Alpines on the alternate strategy. So they will need to make a pit stop and will definitely lose some time compared to the drivers who have already pitted, but I think they will go for the medium soft strategy. So that will be an interesting one. But look at Spectre really closing in to Haas, who is struggling, and Spectre has a good exit and is definitely going to get past, so Haas will be a sitting duck heading into turn 2. So Spectre moves up to P8 and gets a position after that spin. Now a battle, Ticket runs a little wide. Definitely picked up a warning for that. Tankade within 6/10 from Ticket. Uh, 7/10, no DRS for Ticket, DRS for Tankade, so he can be closing up. And Ticket's red lights are flashing, so Ticket is really low on the ERS deployment. And currently Donkey is already within 19 seconds of Petterful. So Petterful is a little bit struggling on those sides, but he will probably be pitting for the soft tire compound, so really curious what he can do. And Tankade still not using his ERAT, he's saving up some, and Spectre sets the fastest lap, so Spectre's definitely on a charge. A good pace from him. As we know from him, he is really consistent in the race after that early spin. A podium will probably not be able for him unless there will be any safety car, but his consistency is really awesome the whole season already. He is not the quickest in qualifying, but his race pace is just really amazing, and that allows him to be fighting for a championship. And Spectre is picking up the DRS on Plapmaster. Will he be closing in? He will be closing in. And the straight line speed of Spectre is just amazing. Heading in side by side with Plapmaster, braking late. Gets the move done for P7. Spectre is definitely making up some position after that pit stop. So Spectre moves up to P7 and he is back in some good points. And definitely not giving up. So the discipline of him is really good to see. And let's see, Donkey is making up 2 seconds a lap on Patta 4. Already 16.7 seconds. And Tankade is getting closer and closer. Still saving up ERS, not wasting any ERS, and Ticket is still on 20%. So let's head back to the battle for that provisional P2 at the moment, because the top 3 needs to make their pit stop. And Cassell picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. So this will not help him at the end of this race as well. Look at Tankade, a little oversteering moment, but still keeping within 6 tenths. And now 5 tenths, 70% left of his ERS deployment. So he can have a go if he has. If he is getting closer, within 5 tenths, this will be one of the moments to get an overtake done. I think if you were within 5 tenths, and Donkey going side by side into turn 1 with Famrod, gets the move done. Famrod wasn't able to defend from Donkey on those fresh medium tires. Let's have a look at the current tire situations. Petterfall on 14 lap old mediums, Cassell as well, and so does Famrod. And Donkey really closing up to Cassell and Petter. Only 15 seconds away now, so Donkey is definitely having some good pace. And let's head back to Tankade. He is really closing in to Ticket, still within 5 tenths. He needs to get a small gap to go for the overtake. Really getting closer, but he's really pushing his limits. He saved up some good ERS. It's time to get rid. Oh, he hits the curb. And Donkey sets the fastest lap. So what will Petterful do? Tankade loses some time to Ticket, who has picked up the DRS on Famrod. Will Ticket go for an overtaking opportunity? Famrod definitely defending the inside, but Ticket has the advantage on the tires. And goes for the outside, switching back to the inside. And Famrod still defending from Ticket. And Ticket has some good pace, and this will not help. This will help Tankade. Ticket on the inside, still waiting. Switches back to stay right behind him and just wait for the DRS spot after a few corners to make a safe overtake. Famrod defending, and this will allow Tankade to close in as well. We have a 3-way battle on track between Famrod, Ticket and Tankade. Ticket has a good exit, now picking up the DRS, using his ERS, all what's left. And Tankade as well. Tankade going for a double overtake. And no, he's still sticking right behind Ticket, and Famrod losing 2 places. So it's time for the leader of this race to get a pit stop. So let's stay on board with Donkey Dan. Donkey Dan will definitely gets the move. Of course he will. Petter switching to the fresh shafts, and Donkey will get past him. And how much time did Petter lose? Oh, he's still in the pits. He lost a lot of time. And he is currently 11 seconds away from Donkey, the leader of this race. Wow, Petter needs to make up some places now. He needs to go. He needs to manage 1 second a lap to get him closer, to get himself on the top spot. And right behind we have Cassell, Plapmaster and Spectre. Cassell has pitted for some fresh shafts as well. So Cassell definitely aiming for to gain some quick positions. Cassell running a little wide. Cassell and Tankade, the only drivers picking up a 3-second time penalty at this stage of the race. With Plapmaster, as I said, that he grabs one too. So it's a battle full on track. And Tankade and Ticket are close as well. And Cassell and Plapmaster going side by side, heading into sector 3. Cassell gets the move done, locks up the right front, but no big issues for him as he makes the move and now moves going for to close up the gap on Spectre. And Cassell Petterful gets past his teammate Famrod. Of course he will not make any issues of that. And Cassell going side by side with Spectre and gets the move done. Of course he will on those fresh soft tires. But knowing when will these soft tires degrade that much, that it will lose pace to the medium runners. And let's have a look. Look at Petter. He is already 9 seconds away, gaining 2 seconds a lap on Donkey. That's just amazing. Cassell, purple sector 1. So it's going to be an hectic battle. And Petter needs to get past Tankade and Ticket. Tankade definitely putting the pressure on Ticket. He's getting closer and closer, but still stuck behind. So we're going to stay on board with the battle for P2 on the grid. And Ticket runs wide and Petterful gets the fastest lap with a 1:33 flat. So Petterful definitely closing into his rivals. And Tankade still close to Ticket, and he is probably saving up ERS to defend from Petter. But Petter is so quick on those soft tires. Will be a hard task for him to keep himself in front of Petter. But just trying to be in the DRS range of Ticket. Ticket has some great exit out of that corners in sector 2. Really gaining time on Tankade. But Tankade will be closing in on the DRS because Ticket has no DRS. And Donkey is still... Oh, Tankade had a moment and that will allow Petter to close in. 1.5 seconds now, 1.4. So he's closing in to Ticket and Tankade. So we are going to have a great battle for P2 on the grid. Petterful, currently the championship leader, fighting his way through the field after that late pit stop. the closest battle on track. Let's stay on board with Petter. His POV will be shown. How much time can he gain on Tankade and Ticket? Look at the exit speed. It's just amazing on those fresh off tires. But he still has to go for some laps. Look at how close he can get. Really, his exit speed is just amazing. He's good on the traction. Really low on the ERS deployment, so he will probably needs to save up some. But his exit speed is just amazing. Really closing into Tankade. Tankade really feeling the heat. Right behind him. Petterful has a good exit, picking up some ERS in DRS. Will this be an overtaking opportunity for Petterful? But Tankade is better on the ERS deployment. That picks up the ERS as well. And Tankade will definitely be defending. But oh, Petter, what the? Oh, that was a mistake from you. You were 2 on the attacking move. That was a small mistake, Petter. I'm not used to that for you. And Petter has clipped Donkey. I mean Tankade. Tankade will be furious about that because they were going side by side, and Petter has outbraked himself into the side pod of Tankade. And this will now ruin the chances for Tankade to grab a podium. And Donkey is just cruising at the front. Will we take his second win of the season? And Ticket is just flying around sector 2. Look at that. Petter not even gaining a lot of time to Ticket, who's on those old mediums. Only 2/10. And now he's gaining some time better on the traction. Petter is really low on the ERS deployment, but Petter just wants to get into the DRS range of Ticket. But will there be enough time? Will there be enough laps for Petterful to close into Donkey as well? Petter picks up the DRS, so this will be an opportunity to get closer. Petterful definitely picking up some pace into that last sector. And Ticket is really lagging in front of him. Oh, he's a little bit of teleporting. So Petter will not be happy about that. He needs to be very cautious. And Petterful definitely having some good exits compared to Ticket. And this is the closest battle on track, so we're going to stay on board with the battle between Ticket and Petterful. And I'm not sure, but I think Petter will maybe get a penalty for that collision with Tankade. I'm not sure what the stewards will think. I'm not a steward, but I think it was a little nasty move from Petter, but of course he just wants to get past as quick as possible. We're all human, so we can all make mistakes, but and Petter picks up the DRS on Ticket, and this will be an opportunity for some overtake from Petter, and going side by side with Ticket. Ticket definitely not defending, and Petter gets to move on before turn 2, and Petter now 5.6 seconds away from Donkey. But Ticket really wants to stay close into the DRS range of Petter to stick with him, and hopefully his tires will be degrading in the first couple of laps, so he can get an opportunity for an overtake as well. But he's losing a few tenths in sector 2 already, where it should be Ticket his fastest sector. But still a DRS pickup from Ticket, so he is still able to close in. But they are both really low on DRS. And Petter now within 5 seconds of Donkey. And Petter 4.5 seconds away. He needs to close up, 4 laps to go. He needs to close up 1 second a lap to take a win on track. So as it stands, like this, Donkey will gain 25 points, and that will give him 141 points. Petter fall into P2 will get him 18 points extra, and that will allow him to get 154 points. So still 15 points ahead of Donkey. As Ticket finishes in 3rd, I think he will be on 145 points. So Petter still has a good lead in the championship standings as it stands like this. But what if Petter gets a penalty for that collision? Then he will move up to 151 points, and we will have Ticket on 6 points behind Petter, and Spectre is not going to be closing into as it stands, so not really counting on him in this race so far. But Ticket still within the DRS range of Petter Vol. Famrod gets the move done on Platmaster on those fresh soft tires. And now he needs to close up to Spectre. Look at the penalty situations. 9 seconds and still 3 laps to go. So it will be a hard task for him to get into the 3 seconds. And Ticket still closing to Petter. Petter closing into Donkey. I think Ticket knows that he just wants to stay within 1 second gap. And Petterful is really closing into Donkey now, and Ticket is just following. Or Ticket is using all of his DRS to get close and to keep with him, and this will give him an opportunity to get past Donkey as well, as if Petter can close up the gap to Donkey. But Ticket needs to stay with him. Still 8 tenths. Petterful is really closing into Donkey. 1 second a lap almost. With 2 laps to go. Will Petterful be able to close up the gap to Donkey, or will Donkey take his 2nd win of the season? A little bit too late, if I may assume, but it will promote him to, I think, P4 on the grid, and the championship standings will be even getting closer. So it's going to be hella a great fight at the end of this race between a lot of drivers. I think a 4-way championship battle. Okay, let's have a look. Donkey Dan will get 151 points. No, sorry, 141 points as it stands. So he will. Spectre will finish in 6th as it stands. That will give him 8 points. So he will be given 142 points. Ticket in P3 will be given 15 points. So he will be 145 points. Petavol will currently be in 154 points, but if he gets a 3-second time penalty or a 5-second time penalty, he will be falling back to P3. So it's going to be very, very close at the end of this race. Going into the last lap with Donkey Dan currently leading 1.8 second gap. Heading into the last lap, Petavol into P2, Ticket in P3. So it's all about the last lap. No room for mistakes now. The pressure is on to have some good gambles for next race. The field is going to be very, very close, and I'm happy to commentate next week in the season finale, heading into Brazil. Brazil, a really hard track to overtake, so qualifying is really important. And Donkey Dan is really low on his fuel, and so is Peta, and so is Ticket. Hopefully they will not get any fuel problems to the end of this race. And Donkey is heading into sector 3. No mistake from him. Oh no. Oh no, Donkey has lost fuel. Donkey has lost fuel, and this will allow Petavol to grab the win. What a win from Petavol. And Ticket will he be able to close? And Donkey gets a 10-second time penalty. What the hell is Donkey doing? Donkey lost fuel in the last corners. Petavol taking the win. Will probably be given to Ticket if he gets a 3-second time penalty. Donkey picking up a 10-second time penalty, losing fuel at the end of this race. 10K finishing in 4th. Cassell into P5. Spectre in P6. Famrod P7. Blabmaster will probably finish in P8. Oh my, what an end of the race. And Haas will finish in 9th. So points for everyone. Blabmaster in P8, Haas in P9. So this was our Russian Grand Prix. Petavol taking the win in the penultimate corners. It was a little bit of gifted, but no fuel management from Donkey in the last lap. Just pushes his way forward to grab the win as quick as possible. And Petavol has been gifted the win on track for now. I'm not sure how it will pay out after the steward reports, but as it stands, he is still holding up that trophy and getting the win and extending his championship lead for now. So Ticket into P2, and Donkey is still finishing in P3. He will not be happy about the result, but what a race we've seen. The whole race we have seen battles. So thank you for all watching. Petavol taking the win again. Was a very spectacular race. Haas taking the fastest lap with a 1:32.3. So heading into the finale at Brazil. Make sure to tune in next week for a great championship battle. Thank you for all watching, and I will see you next week.